10 Secrets of the Rich. We know the title sounds a little clickbaity, but trust us when we say it isn't. You guys are unique. You choose to watch every video and consume our content because of the results you get when you apply it in your daily lives, and we couldn't be more proud of those of you who have made it this far. In the meantime, the vast majority of people have no idea that the wealthy have a different approach to life, and that they follow a different set of advice and guidelines, which we will share with you in this video. We guarantee that by the end of this video, you will have either learned something new or received confirmation on what you should be doing next with your life, regardless of your financial education. Secret number 10. They focus on getting their money early in life. This goes against almost every piece of financial advice out there right away. Everyone who wants to get rich teaches the same philosophy. Skip Starbucks and put your $4 into an investment fund every day, and by the time you're 65, you should be a millionaire. The rich don't think like that. The wealthy prioritize getting their finances in order first. Every successful entrepreneur and investor will tell you how, in the beginning of their careers, they focused solely on building, which led to their financial success. Yes, you live as if you're poor, but that's not because the $4 you save on Starbucks will make you wealthy in the long run. It's because every penny you save goes into your business or venture. Rather than saving 1 to 2% of your income by limiting your consumption, go all in and reinvest every dollar you don't need for basic living expenses into a project that has the potential to help you move into a new wealth bracket if executed correctly. Money and debt have always been a source of stress for the majority of people. You can't imagine how much better your life will be if you don't have to worry about money, especially if you can do it early in life. Focus on getting your money right is the main key here. Secret number 9. Corporations use a different set of rules than individuals. This is where being financially literate has an impact on your daily life. To be financially literate, you must understand that different rules apply to different entities and be able to apply these rules for your own benefit. Not understanding money is a handicap in today's world. Here's an example to illustrate the point in the simplest way possible. Isn't it true that you earn money as an employee when you're paid? The government deducts 30 to 50% of your earnings in taxes. You're left with 50% of what you earn, which goes towards living expenses and whatever else you want to spend money on. Here's something most people aren't aware of. When a corporation or business earns money, they are given the option to spend some of it first, usually by reinvesting it in the business, and then be taxed on the remainder after all those expenses. If a company decides to reinvest all of its profits in the current fiscal year, the government has no profit to tax, and the company pays no taxes. The good news is that forming a corporation for yourself is extremely simple, inexpensive, and does not require the hiring of any employees. You can form a corporation solely to reduce your own expenses, which is perfectly legal and moral. Secret number 8. They invest in things they understand. How many of you have lost money on cryptocurrency? How many of you have been a victim of a pyramid scheme? We can't believe this is considered a secret, but most people lose money on projects they don't fully comprehend. We've witnessed it time and time again. If you don't invest in things you know better than everyone else, you'll end up losing money after losing money. Even on YouTube, we get spammed by gurus promising incredible results with Facebook chatbots or Alibaba to Amazon arbitrage, and they keep buying ads because people keep buying into the illusion of a simple 3-step formula. The wealthy do not chase the latest shiny object every month. Instead, they focus on one thing until they master it and then capitalize on their competitive advantage. If you know how to drive a car, you should drive one. If you're familiar with social media, use it. Only put your money into things you understand. Secret number 7. They build notoriety. People know who they are. When it comes to trust, here's one of the most important secrets. People trust people they are familiar with. Nobody will buy anything from you if they don't recognize you. If your crush is unaware of your existence, she will not date you. If you don't stand out from the crowd, your company will not promote you. People will trust you more if they know who you are, what you do, and what you stand for. You have more options the more they trust you. And, thanks to the gods of technology, breaking free from anonymity has never been easier than it is now. You have access to billions of people who are all logged into social media platforms and are waiting to meet you. You had to either get on television or hustle your way into interviews in the local newspaper or magazine if you wanted people to hear from you 10 years ago. Today, you can send a message to millions of people by tapping an icon. Secret number 6. They focus on income, not on saving.
Before going on, if you feel that I have given you some value, please help me by smashing the like button, subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell, so you will be updated when I upload new videos like this.
How can you make more money? Until you have more money than you will ever need, that is the only question you should be asking yourself. Nobody saves their way to billionaire. There's a saying that every wealthy person knows, but that most people are probably unaware of. Nobody saves their way to billionaire. And it's correct. True wealth is created rather than squandered. The saving part comes after you've maxed out your income, and even then, you'll need to figure out where to move that income next in order to generate new revenue, which may or may not have a ceiling this time. Every wealthy individual is constantly bringing in more and more funds. Why? You want to be wealthy right now. When you're in your 60s, no way. Focus on income, not on saving. Secret number 5. Always put it in writing. You're no longer a child, and you don't believe in pinky promises. We figured out ways to ensure that people kept their end of the bargain as adults. Yes, there is such a thing as a handshake agreement, but it has been far too long and far too many people have been cheated by them, so why take the chance? The wealthy always put it in writing, whereas the poor believe in a reinterpreted version of imagined nobility. The truth is that circumstances change and everyone is just trying to stay safe. You should too. If your boss asks you to do something extra at work, double-check that you have all of your emails. Make sure you have receipts if your supervisor approves a course of action that didn't go as planned. Put anything you agree to in writing, especially anything that could come back to bite you and isn't under your control. People are forced to be honest when everything is transparent. Secret number 4. They are not crazy diversified. Another wealthy secret: it's difficult to carry too many baskets. There has long been a misconception that the more diversified your portfolio is, the safer your wealth is. This may be true if your wealth is still growing, but it is completely false for millionaires. Why? Money must be kept in mind, it must circulate, rotate, and redistribute, and you can't be a master of all trades. Rich people's earnings are divided into 3 separate wealth pools on average, with a maximum of 5 in some exceptional cases. Elon Musk, our time's most successful entrepreneur, is barely able to keep 4 companies afloat without a backup plan because it would take too much of his time. The world's richest man owns 3 companies: Amazon, Blue Origin, and, most recently, The Washington Post, which was more of a hobby project. Why don't the wealthy diversify their portfolios more? Simply put, professional oversight is required for something to perform exceptionally well in the market. Yes, some people have been successful in hiring others to take over for them, but this only occurs in industries with low volatile. Secret number 3. They look forward to the next financial crisis. How many of you have vivid memories of the financial crisis of 2007? So, who was the one who lost the most money? Do you believe the wealthy did? It was the poor and middle classes, not the wealthy. The banks escaped with their heads held high. They were bailed out by the government. They simply printed more money and went about their business as usual, while the rest of us lost nearly everything. Market corrections are beneficial because they serve as a purifier for the market. It eliminates the pretenders. Meanwhile, the wealthy are patiently waiting for the next financial collapse with their wallets open. Why? That's how they do Black Friday. Buildings, land, raw materials, and businesses for a fraction of the price. They purchase items with intrinsic value. Take land, for example. The fact that you can buy a piece of the Earth's surface that will remain in your family indefinitely and can be monetized in various ways over time is incredible. The fact that you can save money on it should give you a better idea of how the wealthy view financial crises. Secret number 2. They get rich using other people's money. We've mentioned it a couple of times before, and every time we do, people are perplexed. What do you mean when you say other people are giving you money so you can become wealthy? Because in their minds, and in the minds of the vast majority of people, this makes no sense. The wealthy, on the other hand, have known and exploited this for years. It's one of those secrets that people who don't understand money find perplexing. This occurred because ordinary people frequently use other people's money, but they are the ones who must repay it. They use credit cards to buy groceries or repair their cars, but once the expense is incurred, they must work hard to repay the loan. The same thing occurs in education. You're studying with other people's money, but once you've finished partying, the bill arrives, and congratulations, you're now in serious debt. Rich people borrow money and rely on others to repay them. Let me repeat that to make sure you get what I'm saying. Rich people borrow money, but it is repaid by others. The wealthy go to the bank and take out a loan to construct an apartment building. Then, with additional costs, sell the apartments to you, the buyer. They take your money and give the bank the fair share while pocketing the rest. For years, the wealthy have been buying houses and buildings with no money down, and you're only now learning about it. How is this possible, given that you may not be aware that there are multiple types of value? Apart from money, ideas, management, and execution are also valuable. This is how the founders of Google, Steve and Wozniak, came to be so wealthy. They had a concept, knew how to put it into action, and then used other people's money to make it a reality. In this trio of variable, money is the least valuable because it's the most available. Secret number 1. There are separate investments, for now and for forever. Another thing that most people overlook is this. Why? Because they're too preoccupied with making it to the end of the month to consider the long term. This isn't always the case though. When it comes to the rich versus the average person, their short and medium term thinking is vastly different. In general, the wealthy have two types of investments, those that will make them money quickly and those that will increase in value over time. Knowing how to distinguish between them is crucial to accumulating what is referred to as legacy wealth. Anything that is expected to make money in the next 10 years is classified as a for now investment. These are new ventures and businesses that are flipping goods and properties, taking advantage of a market trend, a specific event, or a technological breakthrough. Forever investments are those that will not only hold their value, but will also grow in value over the next 50 to 100 years, if not longer. Rich people invest in art, land, gold, and heritage brands, to name a few things. This latter type of investment secures wealth for the entire family tree and ensures that future generations have a different starting point from which to build even more wealth for the family. Italy is a great example of this. In 1427, the wealthiest families in Florence were still the wealthiest families in Florence today. They managed to not only not waste any of it, but to steadily increase it over time for nearly 600 years. If you're just getting started, and if you're watching this video, you were most likely born into the middle class, you should concentrate on for now investments. To get that first round of wealth, figure out how to take advantage of the times we live in. What do you think about our list of secrets that rich people only knew about? Tell us in the comments section below which secret you like the most. And if you like this video, please do not hesitate to give us a like, subscribe and hit the notification bell to keep you updated on our contents. We could only hope that you learned something from this video. Thanks for watching and until next time.